Hello and welcome to the Southern Miss Intramural Sports Wallyball Online Captains Meeting. Upon completion of this meeting, you will need to continue and take the Captain's Quiz in order to finish your team registration. Let's begin.
So what does a captain need to do? Captain should be familiar with all rules, schedules, policies, and procedures, and pass this information along to their team members. That way everybody's informed about what's going on. Captain should also assist the intramural sports staff with the implementation of the sportsmanship policy, a policy that we will go over later in this presentation. Teams are encouraged to arrive at least 15 minutes early to every contest. This allows the teams to warm up and to check out any equipment they might need and to start the game on time. Captains are also the representative for each member of the team. It is encouraged that team captains are the ones to discuss rule interpretations and calls with our student officials. Participants are encouraged to have a physical examination and obtain adequate insurance prior to participation in recreational sports activities. Individuals who participate in recreational sports activities will be doing so at their own risk. Participation in recreational sports is voluntary, and the University of Southern Mississippi is not responsible for any injury that may occur to participants. Student health and accident insurance information may be obtained through Student Health Services at 601-266-5390. Concerning lost or stolen items, Southern Miss Recreational Sports assumes no responsibility for items that may be lost, stolen, or damaged during intramural activities. All students are encouraged to secure their valuables. If you are concerned about the security of your valuables, you may locate the sports supervisor on duty, and he or she will attempt to locate a safe place for your belongings. There's a chance that during the fun and excitement of intramural sports, the recreational sports department may want to photograph and videotape participants and use those photographs and videos for promotional materials. If for some reason you choose not to be photographed or filmed, please notify the staff and we'll delete any of the pictures or videos that we have of you. As you're putting together your championship squad, you probably want to know who can play on it. Currently, all undergraduate and graduate students who are enrolled at the university are eligible to play. Faculty and staff are also eligible to play, granted they have purchased a rec card. Spouses of these eligible participants can also participate through the purchase of a rec card in co-rec leagues only. Spouses must be on the same roster. Many students ask, how many intramurals can I play? Well, the answer to that question is, you can play as many intramurals as you want. However, players can only compete for one single-sex team and one co-rec team per sport. Players may not transfer from one team to another. There are some new changes this year to the ID policy in regards to checking in to an intramural event. Participants who appear on the imleagues.com team roster by noon of the day of their event may check into the intramural activity with any form of government picture ID. Participants who wish to check into the event but do not appear on the imleagues.com team roster must present their Southern Miss ID or rec card.
The location of all Wallyball games will be the Payne Center racquetball courts located just inside the Payne Center. Teams will consist of a maximum of 4 players on the court at a time. A maximum of 2 of each gender are needed in co-rec. A minimum of 2 players are required to start the game. This will mean a minimum of 1 of each gender in co-rec. Teams shall designate a team captain or representative to communicate with the intramural staff. A team includes players, spectators, and coaches. It is the responsibility of the team captain to ensure that all teammates behave in a sportsmanlike manner.
Many participants ask, do I need to bring any equipment? The answer is no. Intramural sports will provide all equipment needed to play volleyball. However, players are required to wear athletic clothing. Here are some examples of legal and illegal clothing while playing volleyball. Exposed jewelry of any kind is not to be worn during the game. Below are examples of items that intramural participants will not be allowed to wear during intramural activities. If you have a medical alert bracelet or medical alert necklace, please notify the intramural supervisor on staff, and we will work with you to secure that item to either your wrist or to secure it to your chest.
Games will be played best 2 out of 3 sets. All sets will be played to 21 points and cap at 25. All sets are won by 2 points unless a team reaches the cap. This means we could have a final score of 25 to 24. Typically, matches last about 30 minutes.
What happens during the game? A rally scoring system will be used. Teams will be allowed one 30-second timeout per set. Teams will switch sides after set 1 and after 7 points in set 3.
Teams will volley or play a rally to determine which team will serve first or play on which side. The team losing the volley will receive the remainder of choice. The team not serving first in the first set will serve first in the second set. The server is the person in the right back position. The serve must take place within 3 feet of the back wall. The ball can be hit with one hand, fist, or arm while the ball is held or thrown by the server. The ball may hit the net or one wall provided it continues onto the opponent's side of the court. There is no penalty for a blank spot in serving order if a team has less than 4 paint as if all is normal.
Contacting the ball. Teams are allowed 3 contacts per side during each possession. Players may not reach over the net and spike the ball if it is still on the opponent's side of the net. A player may step on the center line but not over the line. A player may not contact the ball twice in succession. Blocking is the exception to this rule. A player participating in a block may make the next contact on the ball. This will count as a first hit for the 3 allowed for that team. A contact is any touch of the ball by a player's body, excluding the player's loose hair. Legal contact. This is a touch of the ball by any part of the player's body which does not allow the ball to visibly come to rest or involve prolonged contact with the player's body. Example: if the ball bounces off the open palm of a player's hand but does not come to rest, it is considered a legal contact. Otherwise, it will be known as a carry or a lift. Simultaneous contact. Contact by teammates simultaneously. Any player may make the next hit. Here's some rules and regulations about net play. The ball may contact the net and play will continue. Players may not contact a ball that is completely on the opponent's side, except for a legal block. Net foul. Anytime a player contacts the net while the ball is live, it is a penalty. Blocking. Blocking a ball that is entirely on the opponent's side of the net is legal as long as the team has completed their attack, the team directs the ball towards the opponent's side, or the ball is falling near the net and no member of the attacking team could play the ball. A serve can never be blocked. The ball may be attacked as soon as it is partially over the net, except on a serve. If for some reason a team wishes to protest rule interpretation or player eligibility, here are some guidelines that team should be aware of. Individuals who wish to protest must do so at the time of the incident in question. Judgment calls are not subject to protest. The protesting team must notify the site supervisor to suspend play. The supervisor will then document the contest facts and file a report. Signed protest forms must be submitted to the Wellness Center the day following the contest in question. Southern Miss Intramurals reserves the right to investigate the eligibility of teams and players. These investigations may result in suspension, forfeiture, and probation. In order to keep games starting on time, Southern Miss Intramural Sports adopts a policy that game time is forfeit time. If teams know that they cannot make their scheduled match time, there are 2 options that team has. One is to forfeit, and the other is to default. Teams that fail to have the required number of players present at the game site at the designated game time must forfeit the match. A forfeit results in a loss for the team, a sportsmanship rating of 2.0, a suspension of the team captain, and a fee of $15 assessed to that team captain. Once this fee is paid to the Pain Center sales desk, the forfeiting team's captain's suspension will be lifted. The better of these 2 options is to default. If a team informs the intramural office that they cannot make their scheduled game by noon the day of their game, or even further in advance, the game will be defaulted and result in a loss for the defaulting team and a sportsmanship rating of 3.0. There are no fees associated with defaulting a game. Here is the sportsmanship scale for intramural sports. After each game, the officials and site supervisor will come together and determine the sportsmanship upon the behavior of that team during the game. Keep in mind, a team includes players, coaches, and fans. Examples of factors that could affect a team's sportsmanship rating may include team or player dissent towards an official, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties or technical fouls, abusive language, excessive celebration, unruly fans, and so on. Teams must maintain a sportsmanship of 3.0 to be eligible for playoff competition.
League information. Schedules and brackets will be posted at imleagues.com/USM. Game times are based on the division you register for. For example, if you sign up to play Mondays at 10 p.m., more than likely all your games will be Mondays at 10 p.m. Be sure to check your email for updates, as this is a primary form of communication between the intramural department and you. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. You can contact Sean Clark, Assistant Director of Intramural and Club Sports, at 601-266-5520, email at intramurals@usm.edu, or you can direct message at imleagues.com. So what's next? By continuing on and completing the Captain's Quiz, you are now verifying that you have completed the online Captain's Meeting video and are aware of all rules, policies, and procedures related to Wallyball. If you have any questions, please contact the intramural office with the information provided in the previous slide. Thank you for viewing the Southern Miss Intramural Sports online Captain's Meeting for Wallyball. We wish you the best of luck in the upcoming season.